Hello everyone, we are Team Twisted and today we'll be presenting our concept Twisted under the theme of creative learning.
To get a deeper understanding of creative learning, we explored concepts of creativity and found that they may diverge depending on the field or domain that is being targeted. However, it still has a general understanding. A main characteristic of creativity is originality. Arriving at originality that may be tangible or intangible, and it's a derivative of the imaginative process. And this is asserted by authors such as Robinson, Majewski, and Mumford in their individual findings of the topic. Creative learning, therefore, it adapts this definition to an academic setting, and more specifically, to a kindergarten classroom for the purposes of our concept being proposed, and that's twisted. Looking at the problem space, we looked at studies by Huey and Yen as they identified teaching in kindergarten and preschool level to be scripted, computerized, and assessed on defined standards, like in Asian cultures, for example. The concept of creativity itself is discouraged to support conformation to a prescribed standard of pedagogical practices. A child's creativity is said to peak around ages 3 to 5 before they become more formalized through interaction in day-to-day education systems. It is critical then to support development of creativity at and beyond this stage. With the help of movement activity, nurturing children's creativity positively impacts their confidence in the knowledge area being explored, their social and collaborative developments, and directing their own growth through experiential learning.
With all of this in mind, our team have ideated for a concept that actively addresses these aforementioned points of social development, collaboration, and problem solving. We have facilitated this through a system to teach colour theory to primary school students. Introducing Twisted. Twisted is a galaxy not too far away that, instead of planets, have palettes, colour palettes. Each of these palettes have their own species of alien, but after a rather big mix-up, a lot of the aliens have become lost. To get back home, each alien needs to pass through their palette's identification process. In order to do this, they need to change colour to camouflage into the background of their home colour palette. This is where our users come in. Our users need to work together to help the aliens change and mix colours to pass the identification process and return home safely. Well, Twisted isn't quite an interstellar installation in practice. It is a creative learning initiative to teach youth colour theory through active collaboration and problem solving. It is achieved through the primary interaction mode of Twisted, the colour palette mat. Similar to the children's game Twister, the users are required to stand or, in some other way, apply pressure to the palette pads as a means of changing the colour of the alien. When a successful interaction with the system is made, the selected colour is visualised in a bubble on the projection screen in front of the user. Once the user is happy with the colour that they have selected, they put pressure to the apply palette of the mat. This then mixes the selected colour with the colour of the alien. So, for example, if the alien on the projection screen was yellow and his background was orange, the user would need to stand on the red palette and then the apply palette to help him change to the correct colour. To add a level of complexity to colour theory, we have incorporated intensity and saturation. This aims to provide a more in-depth insight into colour mixing, while pushing for a more collaborative approach to problem solving. So, to keep our example running, if the colour was too intense after a user selected and applied the red palette, another user could work with them to decrease the saturation. This can be achieved through applying pressure to the less palette at the bottom of the mat. Levels become increasingly more difficult with users being required to mix 2, 3, or even 4 colours together to get the alien safely home.
Extending upon this, our team has developed personas to provide further insight into an ideal user interaction scenario with Twisted. This is Olivia. Olivia is a 5-year-old girl who goes to primary school. She's incredibly curious about the world around her and has a passion for creativity. However, she's a very quiet student, and as a result of this, she often has a difficult time making friends with her peers. Olivia is introduced to Twisted in her classroom by her teacher during art time. Olivia and her partner James are the first to use Twisted. Twisted first tells Olivia and James that they need to step on the math palettes to interact with the system. The first challenge is changing a yellow alien to match an orange background. Olivia is excited and says that she knows which color to add, red. Olivia goes to stand on the red palette and asks James to stand on the apply palette. Twisted then tells them they successfully completed that level and thank them for saving the alien. Next, Olivia and James are introduced to a white alien on a turquoise background. The children are told they might need to mix two colors to have this alien. Olivia is a bit overwhelmed because she does not know which two colors to mix. James suggests they mix a dark blue and a warm-colored orange. Olivia agrees with James and puts her left foot on blue and her right hand on the orange. James then stands on apply and the alien changes to a dark and mossy blue color. Olivia says it looks close to the red color, but they should maybe try a slightly lighter blue and a more vibrant yellow. James thinks that's a good idea. Olivia stands on the lighter blue and James then decreases the saturation by standing on the less palette. Olivia then stands on the yellow palette and James goes to stand on apply. Olivia and James successfully completed this stage and Twisted thanks them for saving the alien. Olivia is very excited that her problem solving helped them win the game, and James thought Olivia was really fun to play with. James starts to sit next to Olivia during art time and they become friends. Olivia becomes more confident in her art skills and starts to communicate better with her peers. Olivia's teacher is impressed with Twisted's ability to help James and Olivia to actively collaborate and problem solve with each other while helping them with their art skills.
The insights gained from the research we conducted into creative learning have influenced the design of Twisted. We aim to create a system that actively targets the problem space of creative learning while still effectively improving children's learning potential. Creative learning through technology can offer children the possibility to explore new concepts in a way which is restricted through traditional learning approaches. When technology is successfully integrated into traditional lessons with interactive sounds, images, or lights, it is more likely to elicit a positive reaction and engagement from students. Increased engagement allows students' understanding processes to be boosted. As a result, the students are able to form stronger links between concepts. This is especially evident when a tangible user experience is facilitated. To target this, Twisted focuses on teaching color theory in a playful and interactive manner. Being able to successfully identify colors is an important part of a child's cognitive process and development. Twisted aims to teach color theory in a way that encourages users to create cognitive links between visual cues and words. As children generally need information before being able to effectively learn about colors, Twisted displays the goal color on the screen, and students then need to interact with the mat in order to generate the same color. The bright and colorful interface has been designed to engage the young target users. Another aspect of learning that can be enhanced through creative learning is collaboration and teamwork. This is an important skill for early development, and due to this, Twisted has been designed to foster active collaboration. The ability to work well in teams is not just a skill children will use throughout school, but an essential skill they will use for the rest of their lives. Each member of a team must respect other players' opinions, insights, and abilities for the team to successfully pass through each level. This helps develop empathy and communication skills. Working collaboratively is also social and interactive. It involves thought and opinion communication while helping children to develop interpersonal ways of thinking. This subsequently has positive impacts on self-esteem and confidence of primary school students. In order to encourage collaboration in Twisted, as the levels progress, more students will be needed to create the color and the interface will prompt more users to join. From here, the participating students must communicate and interact collaboratively in order to complete the level. We have ideated for a concept which can be integrated into the everyday lives of kindergarten and primary school age students. It facilitates active collaboration, communication, and problem-solving capabilities for our young users while adopting a creative approach to teaching color theory. Our concept has taken innovation, sci-fi, and learning techniques. Then we twisted.